Hey there, my loves. Thank you for joining me. Let's find out what Spirit wants you to know right now. You are my sun, my moon, and all of my stars. So you are everything to somebody. They really have you up on the pedestal is the message that I'm getting, and I need you. So this person, there may be a little bit of codependency, or they're just craving you right now. It's like they really need your energy is what I'm hearing from Spirit, right? There's something about this energy whereby this need that they have for you, right? On the face of it, it seems very flattering, but you do not want to give to somebody else to the degree of your own expense. So you want to be careful about that, because there's something about your energy which is elevating this person, right? It's giving them more opportunities, right? Your energy is very potent. It's very magical, okay? It's very powerful. Right? And this is the blessing, right? Your presence is a blessing in this person's life, in your friends' lives, in your family. You know, anyone who comes into contact with you and your aura and your energy is blessed, okay? And they are blessed, right? With, you know, their manifestations, with good fortune, okay? You are like a lucky person. You may not feel like that, but you are a lucky person to other people. You want to be a lucky person to yourself as well. But there's something about this dynamic where when you are with them, or just by being in their life, you're making their life so much better, okay? And that is a beautiful thing, but are they making your life better, okay? Watch out for that dynamic. That's just a little bit of advice from Spirit. Let's see what we have. We have the road to home. This is nice, actually. I love this. This is about long-term investments or long-term relationships, right? Investing in you emotionally for the long term. You may have known each other for a long time or been together for a long time. This is an indication about like that this has a solid foundation. You're very compatible. It's like based in reality. Holding on. You may be an earth sign, you may both be earth signs, not necessarily. I'm just getting like a strong root chakra energy here. This person is holding on to you, holding on to your energy, right? That's what I'm sensing. Rigid as well. So there's something here about like them wanting to stay in their own frame. They want to stay in their own comfort zone, right? Not get out of their comfort zone. So you may be feeling like they are not compromising, that they're being difficult, right? That they won't budge, they won't move in their idea about things when it comes to this connection. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I feel like maybe you're married to this person, or you're considering a long-term investment like marriage or higher level commitment with this person. Let's see. I feel like your person is being like, what do I want to say? It may be the case that you both are being very realistic about your finances, about the circumstances, okay? There's something here as well. Maybe this person is working towards being very established, or they are very established, like in their life, in their career, something like this. So there's something about your person who's like wanting to be realistic, you know, understanding that there is this emotional bond and connection, but also wanting to be realistic. This is interesting. So there is this element that in order to pursue this for the long term, or to be married, or to have this higher level commitment, it's going to take a lot of changes. And it feels like your person isn't, or is reluctant. I'm not saying isn't, but they are reluctant to make those changes. So they're being very stubborn, they're being very rigid in their thinking, they don't want to compromise. Okay, that may have brought a breakdown in communication, or a breakdown in understanding, but there's something here where they're just like, you know, if we move forward with this, it's going to take me out of my comfort zone, and it's going to create a lot of upheaval in my life. And do I really want that? Or just like, am I ready for that? Or just that's making me feel triggered or uncomfortable. Okay? That's what I'm seeing here. I feel like this person isn't really used to talking about their emotions, or being very open about their emotions, right? Something like this. They know that they've got a decision that they need to make. It feels like they're on the fence about something in this connection right now. They know that the next chapter is going to be like a new adventure, and they know it's going to be out of their comfort zone, like we talked about. And so they're trying to decide whether or not they want to do that, whether or not that's a good idea. Is it something that they want to do? They may have asked you to wait, or you may feel like you're waiting for them. This is what I'm hearing is what's next. What's next? Okay? With them. So it feels like there's a fork in the road for you both, or for this connection, or your person feels like that, you know, whether or not they're going to choose you. There may also be like an element of just like of them worrying about being too vulnerable or looking stupid in some way. You know, if they choose one path, they're worried about making a mistake, right? They're worried that they know they've got a choice to make. If they make the choice, I think they're quite hard on themselves, so they put a lot of pressure on themselves. And there's something here where they're just like, what if I make a mistake? Right? If I choose yes and it ends up being a mistake, or I choose no and it ends up being a mistake, I'm going to regret it. Okay, and what they're realizing is that there are no guarantees in this life. You just got to choose your own adventure and see where it takes you, you know? Let's see. They see you as somebody who's like got a lot going for you, who's got a lot going on. Like, you are ready, right? I think you've done the work on yourself. You've put a lot of work into being crystal clear about what it is that you want, what you want to achieve, what you want to manifest in your life, and you're just ready. You're just like, well, I'm going to do this with or without you. That's the energy that I'm getting. Right? I'm going to go on this adventure with or without you. So, and you're kind of like raring to go. You're just like, come on, life is short. There's so much that I want to achieve, so much that I want to see, so much that I want to experience. If you want to do that with me, you're welcome to go on this adventure that I am having, right? You're ready to have this adventure, and you're just like, do you want to come on this adventure with me? Because your life's going to be magical. Your life's, you know, your next chapter is going to be wonderful. It's going to be amazing, right? You may be very driven, you may be very ambitious at this time, right? Very focused on your goals, what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you want to achieve. Let's see. Oh, this is how you feel about your person. This is how you feel about your person. So you feel like, this is my person. There's this energy from you of just like, let's just get on with it. You know, we're compatible. You tick all the boxes. You're my person. I feel like you're my soulmate or my twin flame, right? That's your energy. I'm just like, you feel like you've met your person. Let's just get on with this. That's what I'm seeing here. You've got very particular energy flavor, frequency, I guess. I don't know how to describe it right now. What I'm hearing is like you've overcome like something like a stuckness or a stagnation, or your fears, you know, whatever it is that was holding you back, or like the limiting beliefs. And now that you've had that, you know, a miracle is really a new thought. And now that you've had that new thought, it's just like the dam has burst and you are just so ready for life. You're just like, you're not going to hold yourself back anymore. But it also feels like whatever the next phase or the next chapter is in your life, you want to do it with this person. And it feels like you've invited this person, right, to join you in your vision of what it is that you want to manifest. And they've got to make a decision about it. This could be like more direct, or it could be kind of more subtle, energetic is what I'm seeing. Gemini energy, Virgo energy, Aquarius, Taurus, Cancer. Loads of major arcana showing up here as well. Hang on a second. Let's see what else we have. I'm going to grab this deck. So there may be... It's like perhaps your person doesn't share in your vision or doesn't believe in your vision of the future or what it is that you want to manifest. They're like, there's an energy from you of just like, let's just get on with it. Life is short. I want to live life. Let's enjoy ourselves. But your person feels like they're more anxious. They're more worried about the future, right? They're always going to be like, but what if this? What if that? That's what I'm seeing. So there's some fear showing up in your person's energy, right? I feel like your person is going to message you soon, maybe today. Because it's, yeah, they're afraid of being left behind, right? They know that you are like a powerhouse right now. You've got a lot going on and they fear being left behind. This is like part of the fear. And ending up without you or with nothing, right? So I feel like you're going to talk about this maybe today, maybe in the next week. But the thing is, they still haven't made the breakthrough. Okay, they're still like not hearing you. You're saying the words, but it's not landing. You're saying the words, but they're not truly hearing you. Okay, you haven't been able to kind of find a way to break through that barrier right now. I feel like it may be that the next communication you have with this person, maybe you're not talking about this issue or the real issues. You're just talking about maybe your day, keeping it quite lighthearted. They want to reach out, they want to connect to you, connect to your energy. It feels like you're the leader and they're the follower. Maybe you're in your black cat energy, which I love for you. Let's see. I think they're making this harder than it needs to be. I think they're making it harder than is necessary. I feel like they're really struggling to make this decision. They feel like they're not good enough for you. They feel like they can't compete with you or that they can't like measure up to you is what I'm seeing. I know you're really feeling it with this person and that your emotions are really strong, but you have a very potent energy. We talked about this at the top of the reading, okay? This is going to make you very magnetic over the next few years, this new self-concept, this new version of yourself, this new chapter in your life. You're being very magnetic. They feel like they can't keep up with you is the message that I'm getting in terms of everything that you are going towards, everything that you are achieving, the things that are coming into your life. Okay, they feel like they don't have the same drive or as you do, or they don't have such a big vision as you. Okay, so there is this energy here where you are a little bit different in that respect. This may be something that they've expressed to you, but not directly. Like if you look into it, you can pick up on this. It's maybe that they don't want to work as hard or they don't want to work on themselves to kind of get to the place where you are. Excuse me, it's still really early. Where you are at, okay? I feel like this is very frustrating for you. I think you're in such a beautiful energy of just like, well, if I've got to do it on my own, I will, but I'd rather do it with you, rather go on this adventure with you. But I think you're finding them like super frustrating. I think they're going to come good. That's what I see here. I think the message from Spirit is like, this is going to be all right. They're going to come good. They're always going to be like, excuse me, following in your wake. Though you're always going to be the leader, right? You're the visionary. You're going to have the vision, and they're going to like fall in line with that. But I see them coming good. I see them saying something to you, which is going to make you really happy. I feel like they're kind of getting over their inertia or whatever it is that's been holding them back. I think they're going to have something to say to you, which is just going to like, I just see you embracing or hugging or just being really happy. So I feel like this is something that can be worked through, okay? Those are all the messages that I have for you today. Thank you for being here with me. I've loved being here with you.